Life gives us clues about our talents and gifts that we should be sharing with the world. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start stepping into your own purpose and how to discover your own gifts. I will be sharing some pointers that will allow you to discover for yourself your own unique and natural gifts. Or if you had a hunch before, these pointers will serve as a great confirmation for you. Discovering your own gifts is a part of your self-love journey. And I'm very excited to make this video today for you. And you will see a beautiful scenery of nature while I'm going to be talking in the background. And this nature scenery will provide a strong grounding energy. And stepping into your purpose is a very grounding activity itself. So enjoy. Talent does not mean you don't need to put in work or develop it, but it can certainly be more natural for you to apply it in your life and express yourself through it. We have to start somewhere to know how close we are, or if we need to completely change our taken direction towards our purpose of life. So it is essential for us to experiment and and also experience contrast and evolution in the process of stepping in our purpose. By experimenting different things and trying out something new, especially if you are not sure at the first, it may give you a better clarity whether you want to keep pursuing it or you want to try something else. It will lead you to your next steps, and this discovery process will unfold, and eventually you will reach a point when it's clear. Plus, when you evolve, you might also change what you are doing in your life. That's normal. It does not always mean that once you discover this one thing and that's it for the rest of your life. It can be, but you can also evolve to something different, adding new things in your life. So where to look for clues? It's easier to look retrospectively, back in past, connecting the dots and coming to realization, than being in the present moment, when a lot of times you are not sure where is this present moment leading you, or you might be doubtful, insecure, or neglect your inner calling and other people praise. You can still acknowledge impulses in the present moment if you are aware enough and courageous, and explore them if you like, or there is an unexplainable urge inside of you. It will still give you great feedback, and contrast helps to lead you closer to your purpose. So again, where to look for clues? And the first thing I suggest is to address your early childhood and school years. This is the first big clue. Ask yourself if you can remember, what did you enjoy doing as a child? What were you like? What were your traits, characteristics, preferences? Now I will share my personal examples so you have a better understanding. So in kindergarten, Nanny said I was talking a lot and I was active, so I was assigned to play a main role in play Winnie the Pooh at 5 years age. And the play was even filmed for local television. You can probably imagine how not so comfortable I felt. Around 8th or 9th grade, teachers of Latvian language and literature asked me if I could play a messenger role in school play. Another thing was that I was asked by my English teacher to do a solo performance in English in front of my school, which involved lots of people. A short fragment of fairy tale Little Finger. Again, main character was who is a small boy in this fairy tale and goes into world of dangers to find his own strength and happiness. Basically, a hero's journey. And I was frightened to do it all by myself in English in front of entire school. So I was kind of also embarrassed, but I did it anyways. Because I was asked to, and I didn't want to upset my teacher. I was a people pleaser. Big one, especially in the school years. Another example. In 12th grade, I was asked to play the role of a teacher. A symbol of wisdom, composure, and also other teachers said that due to my voice. I was also singing in choir and sometimes asked to sing solo. Another time, when I was small, I was asked to play a pea, which at that time, being around 10 years old, I wasn't very appreciative of that role. But now, I can see that the symbol of P is ability to penetrate the truth of all matter, which is pretty much, to me, an association of coaching and potential to tear down old structures, a rebirth. Another time, I was playing a role of frog, which is a symbol of also rebirth, urge to make changes and transformation. Again, at that time, when I was a small kid, I wasn't also too appreciative of this role. I didn't understand the deeper meaning of it. And question to you, can you see how and what all these examples were hinting about myself? And as I said before, back then, I was nowhere near of spiritually aware than now. And I felt very unworthy and saw myself as not enough, even though I was given a lot of opportunities to express myself. And healing inner child can help you to actually see your worth. And your self-worth is closely related to stepping into your purpose. They both are very closely related. When you start to heal your inner child, a different perspective opens up, and you can start remembering your suppressed, forgotten memories, sometimes even good ones, where something good happened to you. I remember that I felt unrecognized in my past, but now I can see that teachers actually recognized something in me, and it was not always pure coincidence, or there were no situations that others could not play the roles that I did. And even if teachers gave me roles unconsciously, deep down, subconsciously, their consciousness knew what it was doing, and their true being recognized mine. So this has definitely happened to you too. Other examples, and these are more associated with time after my school years. And I'm sharing this to inspire you. Maybe some will resonate with you and give some insight. I'm not doing this to brag about myself. So other examples, I have given speeches in a couple of moments when it caused grown men to cry on a couple of occasions. Also, I have offered multiple invitations and suggestions in life from other people. And life gives you invitations to explore something new. Or through change of circumstances. And other people may show up and say something to you that you maybe did not think of previously or still perceive as a surprise. Especially if you are in a low consciousness state, you might doubt these impulses and urges and shut them down and miss opportunities. But know that you are being guided all the time. I have been given feedback about my voice on multiple occasions, and that's a big hint. And I have been invited to do a guided meditations, to create online class, to play a role in a movie. People have said that my voice has calming and trusting effect. And when I speak, it helps them to relax. And still, it was difficult for me to accept other people's praise, compliments, admiration. Instead, a lot of times I repelled them often or downplayed it as nothing really in my mind. I have been also suggested to teach, and once I even said to a guy who was a foreign tourist at a time when I was working at a summer job in local guest house as a waiter. I said that one day I would like to teach people about some spiritual growth stuff. And at that moment, it was a shock and surprise to me. I did not expect that these words would come out of my mouth. And I felt shivers throughout of my body. And I knew that this energy rush was a confirmation that energy within, or my potential wants to express itself. But I was still very shy. But now, looking back at that situation, I know that consciousness was simply speaking through my mouth, through my words, even if I wasn't realizing that. back then. I was simply very insecure with very extreme low self-worth, and it was difficult for me to acknowledge my qualities. And in all of these examples, there is a certain pattern, at least one commonality, and that is the emphasis has been on the impact of my voice. In all of these examples that I just spoke about, which was basically a feedback from other people. And you don't always have to wait for the feedback from other people. You don't have to be passive. You can also be proactive, and one of the ways to find out your purpose and your gifts is by simply asking for feedback to other people that you trust and value their insight. Another key thing for many people in this lifetime is experiences. Some key experiences might lead you to reveal what are you here to do. A lot of light workers have experienced a very traumatic childhood and grew up in hard or difficult conditions, which later led them to awaken and share their insights and teachings with the rest of the world. So, you can also think about some of the key experiences that you have experienced in your life. And what is the next steps? Maybe you're here to overcome a major trauma, a challenge, in order to ... to help others, to heal, to teach, to create, to participate in something, whatever. Remember that these painful experiences that you have experienced did not happen accidentally or on a random manner. They were here for a reason, as a tool for you, or as a pressure point to help you grow and help you step into your purpose as well. In the end, I want to ask a question for you. Have you acknowledged some of the interesting invitations from life, from other people, from interesting circumstances, coincidences, maybe even strangers telling you some interesting things, or some other signs and synchronicities that you have acknowledged in your life, and that these signs and synchronicities were simply telling you, try this, go there. And another question, or a big sign that is usually revealing of your gifts, is to answer to the question, what do you enjoy doing? Which is process-oriented focus instead of outcome-oriented. And it can give you mixed feelings. For example, I love making YouTube videos about topics that are relevant to me, but at the same time, I still sometimes feel some unease during the process, which is not that I don't like doing, videos, but the old egoic identity is worried. Am I good enough to share this with the world? I would love to know about your experience. Have you come to some kind of realization, a conclusion, maybe an insight about your own gifts and talents that want to be expressed through you? Share in the comment section below. Even if you are shy, this is a chance to put it out in the world and to say to the universe, I am ready.